60 years female complaining of pain in abdomen since 3 days. One episode of vomiting before 3 days. No fever and no diarrhea. Nothing, just mild abdominal distension and one episode of vomiting before 3 days. This is a case of subacute type of intestinal obstruction, and these are the dilated intestinal loops. And what you see here is to and fro movement of the fluid. This is one of the feature of intestinal obstruction. You will see food is going upward, then it will come downward. Yes, now it is coming downward. Before it was going upward. Upward, downward, it will continue. And there are multiple small bowel loops involved all over the abdomen. This probe was placed on left iliac fossa. Now here in right hypochondrial region also, same finding. You see this loop, and here there is absent peristalsis. In this view we can see clearly there is absent peristalsis. In few loops there is a mild very weak peristalsis, but this is a case of paralytic ileus, early developing. It is already developed, I think, because all loops of small bowel are seen dilated. This right hypochondrial region, here in left iliac fossa, here in right iliac fossa also. This is left hypochondrial region, here also dilated, but these are jejunal loops. And previously what we saw were ileal loops. Probe is placed on left iliac fossa. Jejunal loops we can see by placing the probe in left hypochondrial region. How to identify the jejunal loops is the characteristic feature of the multiple rugae type of appearance. Yes, this is the typical jejunal loop, multiple fold. These are microvilli. This is the transverse section of jejunum. Probe is placed on left left hypochondrial region, and they are pulsatile due to obstruction in the ileum. They are trying to propel the food further, but as the food is not going forward, it is having increased peristalsis. You see this. Now compare this jejunal loop with the ileal loop. There are no rugae, no mucosal fold so much appreciated inside the lumen. Thin wall. These are ileal loops. You can identify by the presence of the wall thickness, very thin wall, and not so clearly appreciated microvilli. This is ileum, very thin wall. Just note the thickness of the ileum. This is also ileum, thin wall. Probe is placed on right hypochondrial region. Now the probe is placed on right iliac fossa. And here also there is ileum. Jejunum you can see in right hypochondrial region only. Typical thickened rugae pattern. When jejunum are also dilated, you will see fluid inside this lumen, and when this type of fluid is present inside the jejunum, it is significant dilatation, because the fluid has almost occupied the when intestine ileum, and after that it goes further towards the jejunum. So there is, when food is present in the jejunum and all the intestinal small bowel loops, ileal loops are dilated, and also the jejunum, obstruction can be said extensive. This obstruction is mostly limited to the ileal loops. Large bowel is not seen clearly. Could be obstruction at the level of ileocecal junction, or requires further X-ray and CT scan.